Hello everyone. Welcome to another segment in Communication System 2 course. We were in the middle of understanding spread spectrum technique. In the last video, we saw how pseudo noise sequence is important in spread spectrum technique. We also tried to understand the generation features and few examples of one of the classes of pseudo noise sequences called as ML sequences, or in short M sequences. We also examined certain features of M sequences, wherein M sequences have or possess really good autocorrelation property. However, they lack in good cross correlation properties. In some applications, the cross correlation properties of PN sequences are as important as the autocorrelation properties. For example, in CDMA, each user is assigned a particular PN sequence. Ideally, the PN sequences among users should be mutually orthogonal so that the level of interferences experienced by any one user from transmissions of other users adds on a power basis, and hence they should be mutually orthogonal to each other. However, the PN sequences that we dealt in the last segment, which are generally used in practice, exhibit some correlation. The table here depicts the correlation of M sequences for various values of M being the shift register length. The range here is from from M is equal to 3 till 12. We observe that as number of M sequences of length n increases rapidly with M. In the sense, we will have as many as 144 number of M sequences for M is equal to 12. It keeps on increasing rapidly. We also observe that for most sequences, the peak magnitude or max of the cross correlation function is a large percentage of the value of the autocorrelation function. In the sense, the normalized peak value of cross correlation function is very large. Such high values for the cross correlations are undesirable in CDMA. Although it is possible to select a small subset of M sequences that have relatively small cross correlation peak values, the number of such sequences in the set is usually too small for CDMA applications. Okay, so now it's a time for understanding such PN sequences with better periodic cross correlation properties than M sequences. These are given by Gold and Kasami in the late 1960s, and hence these sequences are named after them. They are derived from M sequences only, as we'll be seeing in this segment of the video lecture. Gold and Kasami proved that certain pairs of M sequences of length n exhibit a three-valued cross correlation functions with values -1, minus T of M, and T of M minus 2, where T of M is referred as 2 power M plus 1 over 2 plus 1 for M odd, and 2 power M plus 2 over 2 plus 1 for M even. So what do you mean by that? In the sense, unlike M sequences which have two values of correlation function, the Gold and Kasami sequences, which are also PN sequences, possess three-valued cross correlation function. Say for example, M being 10, T of 10 here will be 65 because M is 10, which is even, and hence we can readily see that it's 2 power it's 10 plus 2, 12 over 2 is 6, so 2 power 6 plus 1 is 65, and hence possible values of periodic cross correlation function are -1, T of 10 is 65, and hence it is minus 65, and T of M minus 2 is 63. Okay, and we can find out this cross correlation of such sequences, and which will come out to be around 0.06. Remember, this is a normalized cross correlation value, which is peak by R of 0, which is an autocorrelation function for J is equal to 0. Okay. two M sequences with length n, capital N, which is 2 power m minus 1, which is a period of M sequences with such periodic cross correlation function. So such two M sequences with three valued cross correlation function are called as preferred sequences. Okay, with such preferred sequences, we'll try to understand how gold sequences are generated. All right, so let's pick up two such preferred sequences, namely A and B, which both run from 1 to n. Indices indicate each bit. We construct a set of sequences of length n by taking modulo to sum of A with the n cyclically shifted version of B, or vice versa. Anything is fine. Thus, we obtain a new capital N new periodic sequences with period 2 power m minus 1. The period is same. However, we get new set of periodic sequences by adding two preferred sequences. We may also include the original sequences A and B. Okay, and thus we have total of n plus 2 sequences. These n plus 2 sequences, n, which are generated by adding cyclically shifted preferred sequences, and two more are included from the original sequences, which are constructed in this manner, are called as gold sequences. Okay, let's pick up an example to generate gold sequences. Let's consider that the generation of gold sequences of length n is equal to 31. 31 is obviously 2 power 5 minus 1, and as we can readily see that the number of resistors in the shift register is 5. And the cross correlation function or the cross correlation peak that we have earlier seen is T of m, which we'll be shortly seeing that. We'll pick up two preferred sequences, which are M sequences themselves, for M is equal to 5. And we know this table earlier to generate such M sequences. So we can pick any of these three, any two of among these three to generate gold sequences. Let's pick 5 comma 2 as one of the sequence A, where the first shift register here gets an input from modulo to addition of fifth and second output of shift register. But this is the first preferred sequence, and the next second is a feedback tap of I 4 to 1, where the first flip flop will get the input of fifth, fourth, second, and first outputs, which are modulo 2 added and fed back to the first flip flop. These two M sequences which are generated are cyclically shifted for a period of n, and with cyclically shifted we are going to thus add them to generate gold sequences. Okay, as you can see, there are two function polynomials which are called as parity polynomials, described as h1 of x, which means that this is x power 5, this is x power 2, and this is x power 0, and hence it is x power 5 plus x square plus 1, and h2 of x is from accordingly 5, 4, 2, x power 1, and x power 0, and hence these two are the polynomials which depict the bit sequences of A and B sequences. Okay, the shift registers which are used to generate two M sequences and the corresponding gold sequences, which will generate 33 different sequences, because 31 is original period and we are going to include two original sequences A and B, and in total they generate 33 different sequences corresponding to the 33 relative phases of the two M sequences. Of these, 31 sequences are non-maximal length sequences. Remember, these two are the two original sequences which are picked up from ML sequences. Though only those two will be ML sequences. All other, the rest 31 are non-ML sequences. Right, this is the fundamental principle in generating gold sequences. We have not tabulated with all the sequences here, but anybody can try to tabulate and generate manually as well as using any computational tools. All right. Let's try to understand about Kasami sequences in a similar way. This is a procedure very similar to that used for generating gold sequences, which will generate a smaller set of capital M is equal to 2 power m by 2 binary sequences with a period again n is equal to 2 power m minus 1. Remember here m is even. However, in this procedure, we begin with an M sequence A, which is a preferred sequence A, and we form a binary sequence B from A by taking every 2 power m by 2 plus 1 bit of A. So B is not any sequence from the set. B is generated from A by picking 2 power m by 2 plus 1 bit of A for which is generated using the sequence A. Okay. Thus, the sequence B is formed by decimating A by 2 power m by 2 plus 1. It can be verified that the resulting sequence B is periodic with period 2 power m by 2 minus 1. This sequence is original sequence which has period of 2 power m minus 1. This is a decimated sequence generated from sequence A which has new period called as 2 power m by 2 minus 1. Say for example m is equal to 10 like we had picked for earlier case. For m is equal to 10, the period of A is 1023 and the period of B is 2 power 5 minus 1 which is 31. Hence, if we observe 1023 bits of the sequence B, in the sense the both should be of the same period in order to perform modulo 2 addition. This has the period of 31, this has the period of 1023, and hence 1023 bits of the sequence B will have 33 repetitions of the 31 bit sequence. Okay, because its period is 31. Now, by making the common period as 2 power m minus 1 bits of the sequences A and B, we form a new set of sequences by performing module 2 addition. Right? So these are performed by cyclically shifting, exactly like gold sequences, and thus generated new sequences with period 2 power m minus 1 are called Kasami sequences. The autocorrelation and cross correlation functions of these sequences take on values from the set -1, -2 power m by 2 plus 1 and 2 power m by 2 minus 1. So this will also have three valued autocorrelation and cross correlation function. However, the values will be different as the procedure to generate these sequences is also different. Okay, and hence the maximum correlation value for any pair of sequence from this set will be 2 power m by 2 plus 1. So that will be the maximum peak that can be observed, which is lesser than the gold sequence and in turn lesser than M sequence. And hence the cross correlation function compared with gold sequences and M sequences will be relatively smaller. And hence it reaches the lower bound which is addressed in several literature. Alright? And hence we can conclude that thus generated Kasami sequences are optimal and which can be ideally used for our CDMA applications. Besides the well-known gold and Kasami sequences, there are other binary sequences appropriate for CDMA applications. The interested students can refer to plenty of literature available. However, finally, I wish to indicate that although we have discussed the periodic cross correlation function between pairs of periodic sequences, many practical CDMA systems may use information bit durations that encompass only fractions of a periodic sequence. So we may pick up only few subsets of these periodic sequences. In such cases, it is a partial period cross correlation between two sequences that is important. Again, numerous literatures deal with such kind of problem in which are applicable in practice. you can, if you are interested, you can go through such literature. However, as far as this course is concerned, we are ourselves limiting to generation and understanding of PN sequences only to M sequences, Gold sequences, and Kasami sequences. Thank you.